you walk back into Steve's Small Engine Saloon again, guys. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate that. This is going to be a quick one. I think this is going to be a really short video. I'm just going to show you something right here that is kind of a pet peeve of mine. Actually, it's more of a piss off to me. It just really pisses me off. I think it probably pisses a lot of you guys off out there too when this happens to you. Now, this applies to any rewind rope starter, whether it be on a chainsaw, a weed eater, a lawnmower, a general purpose engine, all of these rewind rope starters. It works fine. You can start your engine with it. But when you let that rope go, it always hangs out this little bit right here. Is that not the most irritating thing ever? I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. Super easy. You don't have to take it apart. So grab yourself a lucky lugger and kick back. So there are two things that could be wrong with this. Number one is the spring inside of the pulley in here could be all rusty, sticky. It's not doing its job. It's not coming back all the way. So what we're going to try to do first is just lubricate that spring. Any kind of general purpose lube like this, WD-40, whatever you have, kind of important that you have this little red tube thing on here. Makes it a lot easier to get it into where it needs to go. Look in the back of that pulley, and right down the back of that pulley where the spring is, if you put that red tube down in there, give it a good shot of lube right in the back, you'll be able to see that that lube running in behind there where the spring is. Once you get a good shot in there, start working that pulley, working that spring back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You're going to find a lot of times that all of a sudden your rope is going in further and further and further as you do it, and then it might actually tighten up by itself, where that's all the problem was. It was a rusty spring. If that still didn't help, you still got that rope hanging out of there, don't worry about it. You needed to lubricate that spring anyways. That's just good maintenance on any small engine to do that. Still hangs out on you. The other problem is that that pulley, that spring, is just not tensioned up enough to pull that rope back in. You're going to see this little notch right in the side of the pulley. You want to pull this rope out, wind that notch around where it lines right up with where the rope comes out of the hole in the housing itself. As it comes up there, to hold it there, just pinch that with your thumb. Pinch that down with your thumb so that pulley can't move. Now, unless your fingers are incredibly tiny, incredibly thin, you need something to pull this rope out with. You can use anything, a little screwdriver is what I use. If you got a coat hanger, it'll work. A chainsaw file, anything you can get in there to dig this rope out like this. You pull that rope out so it's in that notch, and you just pull a nice loop right out like this. Now, all you got to do is grab the side of the rope that is on the pulley side, the one coming through the notch, and you just wrap it around and put another loop of tension on that spring. Pull that loop out with your handle, and look at that. Isn't that magical? That goes all the way back in again. That's how easy that is. I have to show you this. Every time you do this, you have to check something. You have to check to make sure that your rope comes out all the way and the rope is hitting its limit before the spring hits its limit. If the spring hits its limit before your rope hits its limit, you're going to blow the spring right out of this when you pull it really hard. I'm going to show you how to check that right now. You just pull, literally just pull this out, grab it with your thumb, keep pulling that out and holding it with your thumb. till that comes out all the way. That rope came out all the way and the spring is still not tight. That's what you want to happen. Sometimes you can do what I just showed you, wind it too many times, where when you pull that rope out, the spring is tight before all the rope is out. You can't do that. I'm going to show you right now again how to see if that happens. I'm going to tighten this up so it's actually too tight so I can show you what I mean. Now, you pull that out, spring's pretty tight. You keep pulling out, keep pulling out. Now you can feel that spring is tight. If I pull that any harder, it's going to break the spring. But you can see you still have a good 3 inches of rope left in this spool. If you pull that out, if you put that back on your machine and you give that a good pull, the spring's tightening up, you still have 3-4 inches, whatever, left of rope in there, and the rope's still trying to come out, you're going to just break the end of the spring right off. So you have to just verify for yourself when you tighten this up that when you pull that out, the rope is coming out all the way before the spring is at its end. And it's kind of simple as that. I might have saved you some money there. You didn't have to take it into a shop. That's pretty easy to do. Right down here in the bottom right hand corner of your screen down here, there's a little subscribe button down here. Doesn't cost you a penny. Click on that. Steve out.